Scott, we're here again, another away game. It's another point picked up, but I think again we're going to be very frustrated with how and what chances were missed during the game.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously the red cards change the game, and then we have momentum. We have them pinned in for, 15, 20 minutes at the end. We managed to find one, couldn't find a second. Really disappointed to go 1-0 down. I think they had a few sort of half chances and moments where they had 3v2s and 4v3s at the beginning of the second half. And I think we went a little bit gung-ho and we got caught. I've obviously dangled the leg. I thought I got the ball and then we've made contact after, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. I was going to say the lads showed a good reaction. And then ultimately at the end, I think we've come away disappointed not to win it. So that probably shows what the game was like today. It was absolute chaos. I know Robbie will be seething with the decisions that have been made today, and listen, I'll have to watch them back. It doesn't really affect us in terms of what the ref does and sending off their players, but I think he'll feel a little bit aggrieved.
We started the game really well. It feels like it's slowly becoming a little bit of a theme where we have started a few away games recently quite well as well. We had the penalty. Penalty for you as well?
I'll be honest with you. I'll always be honest. I was stood 40, 50 yards away and I didn't think it was, but the lads that were closer and Nathan assured me that it was. So I'll have to go with what they said. But I couldn't see it and I was very shocked that he blew the whistle. But listen, we'll take it. It's one of those disappointing moments where obviously Johnny's gutted not to score. It might have changed the outcome of the game, but it is what it is. Johnny's been brilliant all season. And we'd have taken going in 0-0 at half-time against the wind, which was absolutely horrendous to play against. It ruins the game, of course it does. People talk about waterlogged pitches and frozen pitches. The wind is worse than any of them. So really difficult conditions against a good side that are more than likely going to finish second in the league. And we've come away, we've held our own. But I would like to have had a good football match against them. I think it would have been a good occasion to get our good footballers on the ball, to get their good footballers on the ball and have a real go at it. But it's just one of those games that you kind of look forward to the whistle at the end of it because you're not enjoying it because of the wind. But I didn't want the whistle to go in the end because I thought there's only one team that was going to win it. But yeah, really disappointed that we couldn't find a goal. Delighted for Trae to come on and get one. But yeah, overall I think it's one of those days where we probably need to leave with 3 points.
And just to not drum it home how many chances Johnny unfortunately missed today, he had the one straight after the penalty as well that was cut across the 6-yard box, and I think there was another one, wasn't it, the free kick in the second half which just clipped the crossbar. Is it just a day where he's just been a tad bit unlucky? Yeah,
I think so. Like, you have those days in front of goal. Johnny's been absolutely superb for us all season, so there's no blame attached to him. The other thing that I should mention is Temmie's probably made the best tackle that I've ever seen on the goal line from George. That tackle was incredible, to be honest. So that could have put them 1-0 up, changes the dimension of the game yet again. So yeah, he'll look forward to seeing that one back. And I actually joked with him after. I said, if it wasn't George, I said, you probably wouldn't have made that tackle. But them two are really good mates. Used to travelling together. So he had the bit between his teeth today. Was really aggressive. Was disappointed to see George go off. Obviously get the red card. He's been brilliant for us, and I know he'll be gutted that he's obviously been sent off today. He'll be delighted that he's got a goal because that's what he's all about. But listen, we want to see players that have done well for our football club. We want to see them do well as well at other clubs. So yeah, good luck to obviously Chelmsford in the playoffs. Really good people, Robbie, Mickey and Adam as well. So I speak to them a lot. They're good mates of mine, and yeah, I really do hope that they have a really successful playoff campaign.
And who for you this afternoon would you pick out as your man of the match for the Rebels this afternoon?
I thought Leon drove us on really well at times yet again. When he gets on the half turn and he starts driving. Hugo's kicking in the first half was difficult. I thought Jammers in the first half was really aggressive and combative. I think you can pick out so many different people. I think everyone sort of held their own and did well. But sometimes you have to sacrifice your own game in matches like that. You have to just help the ball on. You can't really look to get it down and play too often. It's horrendous. I played here for 3/4 of a season, and when it gets like this with the wind, it's probably the worst league in the ground to play at. Worst ground in the league to play at, sorry. So yeah, it's not nice, it's not enjoyable. But yeah, listen, they'll be, I think, happy with the point today rather than us. But because of the circumstances, I'm not saying that we were the best team over a 90-minute period. But the way that the game sort of panned out, I think they would have been happy to get away with a point in the end.
And just to address on a couple of missing players again today, Dan Lincoln first, is he just missing just for today?
Yeah, Dan's unavailable today, so he had that in the diary from a few months ago, which we knew about. So Hugo's come in and done excellently well again. So it's no dramas with Hugo. His kicking's probably up there with the best in the league. So he struck the ball into the wind really well, commanded his box, and yeah, it's a great option to have when Dan's away. And then obviously Dan Bayliss is hopefully getting a little bit closer, as is Slavy. Tyrese is probably going to be out for the rest of the season, which is really disappointing. So come Thursday we'll probably be quite light, but we might freshen it up and spin it round with 2 games in 36 hours. So it's going to be a real test for the boys.
And then just looking forward then to that first of those 2 games, we're not quite sure 100% yet if it will be away at Taunton, but what are your thoughts heading into that one?
Yeah, good old Taunton, bless them. It's one of those ones I want the game to be on. Yeah, they've been through the wars in terms of fixture pile-ups and whatnot. We want to play it because we know that they need to play it because of the amount of games that they've got left. And hopefully we can play it, whether that's at Taunton, whether it's at Gloucester, whether it's on a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. I don't know, we just need to get it played. So yeah, we'll look forward to that. We know it's going to be a difficult game regardless. They're fighting for their lives down there, so we know it'll be tough. Rob always gets his boys working hard. Got some really good players, and I look forward to going down there and seeing Rob and the rest of the squad.
Cheers, Scott. We'll see you Thursday.
Cheers, Con. Thank you.